0 to 0.59. So today I will be explaining about price elasticity of demand by using simple example of this coffee. First, let me briefly explain what is price elasticity of demand is. Price elasticity of demand measures how responsiveness the quantity of product change in the price. Simple term, it tells us how consumer react when the price of the product increase or decrease. Now, let's move for the calculation price elasticity of demand. For price elasticity of demand is price elasticity of demand equals the percentage change in quantity demand divided by percentage change in price. Now, let us move on to given situation. This coffee increased the price of its Spanish latte from 9 ringgit to 10 ringgit. As a result of this price increase, the quantity demand falls from 1,000 cups per day to 800 cups per day. Next, I will calculate the price elasticity of demand step by step. Using the price elasticity of demand formula, the percentage change in quantity demanded is negative 0.2 and the percentage change in price is 1 divided by 9. After calculation, the price elasticity of demand is minus 1.8, which means the demand is elastic. This shows the consumer they are highly responsive to price change in economic will ignore the negative sign, so the value of PED is 1.8. Finally, we identified whether the demand is elastic or inelastic. Since the value of price elasticity of demand is greater than 1, the demand for this coffee Spanish latte is elastic. This means that the consumer are very sensitive to the price change. A small increase in price leads to the relatively large decrease in quantity demand. In conclusion, the price elasticity of demand for this coffee Spanish latte is elastic, indicating the price increase can significantly affect consumer demand. That's all from me, so I pass this to the next person.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Hazlina Sadabdul Binti Muhammad Hatta, MDB 2502050. I will be presenting about cross elasticity of demand. Cross elasticity of demand measure how responsive the quantity demanded of one good is to a change in the price of another goods. This concept helps us identify whether two goods are substitute, unrelated goods, or complementary. Next, I will calculate the cross of elasticity of demand between Zeus coffee and Tilaf coffee. In this case, Zeus coffee is a good A because quantity demanded change, while Tilaf is a good B because its price change. When Tilaf reduced its coffee price from 9 to 7 ringgit, the quantity demanded of Zeus coffee decreased from 100 cups to 850 cups. Using the given formula, the cross elasticity of demand is calculated to be 0.68. Based on XCD value, we can identify both the relationship and the effect on each other products. When elasticity XY is greater than 0, Zeus coffee and Tilaf coffee are substitute. As the price of Tilaf coffee decreases, Tilaf become more attractive to consumer, leading to an increase in quantity demanded of Tilaf coffee. At the same time, Zeus coffee is affected negatively as some consumers switch to Tilaf due to its lower price. This causes quantity demanded of Zeus coffee to decrease. Therefore, the price in Tilaf coffee as a result in higher sales for Tilaf and lower sales for Zeus coffee. So, in conclusion, the positive cross elasticity of demand value indicates that Zeus coffee and Tilaf coffee are substitute goods. A fall in the price of Tilaf coffee benefits Tilaf, but reduces the demand for Zeus coffee as consumers switch to the cheaper alternative. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Wambati Safia binti Safarizal. ID number MDB 2502078. I am a student of Diploma in Business Studies at KPMI Molek. For this economy assignment, I was given the question number 3, cross elasticity of demand. The question is, Zeus Coffee runs a promotion. Buy any coffee and get 20% off pastries. As a result of this promotion, the price of pastries decreased from 5 ringgit to 4 ringgit per unit. The quantity demanded of Zeus coffee increased from 1,000 cups per week to 1,100 cups per week. Question A. What is cross-elasticity of demand (XED)? Cross-elasticity of demand measures the degree of responsiveness of the quantity demanded for a particular good, in our case Zeus coffee, with respect to the change in the price of another good, which is pastries. The change in the price of a related goods may lead to a change in the demand of other goods. Next question B. Calculate the cross-elasticity of demand between coffee and pastries. Cross-elasticity of demand is calculated to determine the relationship of both products, whether they are or not complements, substitutes, or not related at all. The formula for calculating this is percentage of change in quantity demanded in goods X divided by the percentage change in price of goods Y. Using this formula and incorporating our scenario, we can get 1,100 units minus 1,000 units divided by 1,000 units of Zeus coffee cups times 5 ringgit divided by 4 ringgit minus 5 ringgit price of pastry. The final answer is negative 0.5. Last question. C. Explain the relationship between coffee and pastries. Since the answer is negative 0.5, when cross-elasticity of demand is lower than 0, pastries and Zeus coffee are complements. This means that an increase in the price of pastries decreases the quantity demanded for Zeus coffee by 0.5%. I would recommend Zeus coffee to implement 3 strategies to increase and maximize profit. First, product bundle pricing. Zeus coffee can combine products such as coffee and pastries and sell them as a value set at a lower price. For example, buying the value set for 9 ringgit instead of 12 ringgit from just buying it separately. This encourages customers to buy more items at once with cheaper prices, and this can increase overall sales. Second, rush hour promotions using time-based pricing. Zeus Coffee can offer discounts during peak hours, usually from morning till noon. For example, coffee could be sold at 4 ringgit to 5 ringgit between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. This helps maximize sales during high demand periods and manage customer flow efficiently. Lastly, psychological pricing is a strategy where prices are set to have a psychological impact on consumers. To illustrate, pricing the coffee and pastry value set at 9 ringgit 99 cents instead of 10 ringgit makes it appear cheaper to customers, which can increase sales. That's all from me. I will now pass this video on to my group mate.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Kasrina Bilkis, Disciple Isham, MDB 2502068. Today, I'm going to explain about income elasticity of demand. So what is YED? YED is used to measure how much the demand for a product changes when people's income changes. Let's say our situation is the income of the customer increases by 10%, yet the demand for Zeus coffee increases by 12%. So how do we calculate the YED? First, the formula for income elasticity of demand is percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in income. In this example, the income increases by 10% and the quantity demanded for this coffee increases by 12%. So, we calculate 12% divided by 10%, which gives us 1.2. There are 4 types of income elasticity of demand. First, negative elasticity, which is below than 0. The type of good is inferior goods. Zero elasticity, the value is 0. Type of good is essential goods. Third one is inelastic of elasticity. The value is from 0 and less than 1. The type of good is normal goods. The last one is elastic in elasticity. The value is more than 1. The type of good is luxury goods. So, Zeus coffee is considered as luxury goods because the income elasticity of Zeus coffee is more than 1. So, luxury goods is a non-essential items. It is a want and not a need. I recommend Zeus coffee to implement premiumization by introducing limited edition drinks such as seasonal flavors released during payday periods. This strategy encourages customers to purchase this coffee immediately after they receive their salary. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Gotten to the last part, which is my part. My name is Nicknur Iman Kalishab Azani with the ID number of MGB2502045 and allow me to introduce you about price elasticity of supply, is known as PES. So what exactly is PES? PES is used to measure the sensitivity and responsiveness of a quantity supplied due to a change in the price of a product and services. So how can we measure PES? PES can be measured using the formula, which is dividing the percentage of a quantity supplied with the percentage of the price. As the following questions, we can see that the percentage of the quantity supplied is 5% divided by the percentage of the price, which is 10%, equals to 0.5. Now I'm going to explain about the price elasticity of supply. So, when the price elasticity of supply equals to 0.5, it shows that it is less than 1. Even though the price increased by 10%, the quantity supplied only can be increased by 5%. This shows that this coffee cannot quickly increase production, which leads to inelastic of supply. For further explanation, inelastic supply is a large percentage of a change in the price of a good will only affect a small percentage of a change of the quantity supplied. In conclusion, Zeus Coffee can improve its production capacity by hiring more baristas and even investing in machines, allowing the quantity supply to respond more of the price increases and making sure it is more elastic in the long run. Thank you, that's all from me. Bye!